Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Holy Wrath Paladin, post-nerfs Rise of Shadows edition. Holy Wrath Paladin is a combo deck. The goal of the deck is to draw through the entire deck so that there are no cards left in the deck. Then play Shirvala on the board. At that point Shirvala is going to cost 0 because you have played a bunch of spells. Then put a copy of Shirvala into the deck with Baleful Banker, and then draw and shoot the opponent to the face with that copy with Holy Wrath, dealing 25 damage. And after that is said and done, you can do it again next turn. So over 2 turns you can deal 50 damage, and if you're facing something like warriors who have annoying amounts of armor, then with the help of Alexstrasza you can have 65 damage over 3 turns, because Alexstrasza, assuming in warrior matchup the warrior is going to be at 30 health and then some level of armor, so Alexstrasza effectively deals 15 damage by reducing that health to 15. It's a pretty fun combo deck to play. I made 2 changes to my list, going from pre-nerfs to post-nerfs. I removed weapon removal. I was running Bloodsail Corsair, but now I'm running an Elven Archer. Elven Archer, together with Equality, together with Shrink Ray, you can Elven Archer a lone giant away from the board so that it doesn't get Conjurer's Called, which would be pretty annoying. Elven Archer can also chip damage somewhere else, so pretty nice card to have. And another change that I made was that I took out 1 copy of True Silver Champion and I replaced that with Youthful Brewmaster. The main use of Youthful Brewmaster is that in many sorts of bit more aggressive matchups, you really need to heal up. And Youthful Brewmaster can be used to bounce Shirvala back into your hand, so that you will be able to use Shirvala more freely to do things. Sometimes I even do stuff like Shirvala, hit something, heal with that, then Baleful Banker, a copy of Shirvala into the deck, then Brewmaster either the Banker or even the Shirvala, so that I will have multiple Shirvalas available. If you need to deal 50 damage with your Holy Wraths, then you obviously need both Baleful Bankers, but in most matchups you only need to deal 1 Holy Wrath worth of damage. 25 damage is usually enough to beat the opponent, if you can make it to that point. So usually 1 Banker can be used earlier in the game, 1 Holy Wrath can be used earlier in the game to draw a card, deal some damage, either to a minion or to face. Pretty much the whole deck is either card draw, healing, removal, or the combo. That's pretty much what this deck is all about. There are removal combos in this deck. There are 2 copies of Shrink Ray, there's 1 copy of Equality. These can be combined with Consecrations, they can be combined with Wild Pyromancers, those are board class. Pyromancer can be combined with other spells too, so you can chip in damage with the Pyromancer to the board. And sometimes you also have opportunities to use Bloodmage Talnos. Bloodmage Talnos can make Hammer of Wrath deal 4 damage, it can make Consecration deal 3 damage. Quite a few flexible options. And for card draw, this deck uses especially Crystology. Crystology is an incredibly strong card. It's also going to get buffed in the very near future to cost only 1 mana, which is pretty bonkers because it's already one of the best card draw tools in the game. So there's Crystology, Flash of Light is a cantrip, you draw a card when you use it. Novice Engineer also a cantrip, you draw another card when you use it. Same goes with the Hammer of Wrath, so lots of this cycle, with Crystology drawing 2 cards and Prismatic Lens drawing 2 cards. And Prismatic Lens, because it switches the costs of the cards, it often allows you to do some really sweet things. And sometimes, just sometimes, you end up drawing like Holy Wrath and Shirvala, and then you can't play your Holy Wrath. Although that only matters in very few matchups, because in most matchups 1 Holy Wrath is enough to win the game, if you can survive that long. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're generally looking for card draw, and you're especially looking for Crystology. You don't really want to keep these 1 attack minions, you want to draw them with Crystology. So you're looking for Crystology, you're looking for Prismatic Lens, possibly something like a Hammer of Wrath, and if you need to be the defender, you're being attacked, so then in those cases you might look to keep something like Pyromancer, Consecration, some tools to fight the boards that are threatening you. But that's what you mulligan for. You mulligan for card draw first and foremost, then you mulligan for defensive cards if you're facing an aggressive deck. If you're facing something slow like a warrior, then you just look for that card draw. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at Holy Wrath Paladin in action. I might keep the true silver. Usually I would just want the card draw. And I would really love to get Alexstrasza from a Prismatic Lens. But it could be a Bomb Warrior, and then there is a chance that I may need to be able to kill stuff like Elec. If he comes in with an Elec and I need to kill that so I just don't get really heavily bombed. But of course this is a bad matchup. I've been able to win warrior matchups every once in a while, especially when I'm able to keep their armor total low. But this draw is not great either, unfortunately. This draw. Well, I do have a hammer that I can throw into a face if I need to. I have a true silver champion that I might be able to use at some point. Like here I would need to choose true silvering this, but I can make an equality clear at some point. And he probably has weapon removal too, so I think I'll just hammer his face. Let's just hammer that face and try to keep the armor total low. Keeping the armor total low is very important. Hi, JC. Next time my hand will be full. Ouch. That is a little bit inconvenient for me. Because I wanted to equip the true silver. I mean, I could play the Novice Engineer. What if I coin Crystology? No. I mean, what if I Novice Engineer Brewmaster, coin Novice Engineer? To just draw cards here. That's an alternative. And I don't get to play the Crystology yet. I think I need to do that. Novice Engineer. But this is the downside of this plan. The downside of this plan is this one. That there's a chance that I just end up drawing cards that I don't like. Like this. This actually was the worst case scenario. I drew 2 one-attack minions. That was a disaster. That was an absolute disaster. It was very unlikely. I mean, there were not many 2-attack minions in the deck. But oh boy, that was a real disaster. Now my next Crystology is going to be almost useless. Oh boy. But I have a read now that this is a control warrior. So the equalities and shrink race are going to have to do the cleaning up. I just need to keep the armor total low. So this is a true silver champion turn. True silver champion is going face, of course, here. The only question is, what else do? I can't play the Crystology. I don't have the mana. I mean, I could drop the Crystalsmith Kangor out there just to get rid of a card in hand. And I believe that's exactly what I need to do here. I just need to get rid of a card in hand. I know the healing effect is not being active at the moment. But drawing 2 one-attack minions from that Novice Engineer shuffle was terrible. Like the worst possible thing that could happen to me. Just need to try to limit the armor total. Flash of Light, okay, 9 cards in hand, so now I can play a Crystology. That will draw the Talnos and the Novice Engineer. And then my hand is full again. I will play the Novice Engineer. And I managed to find a Prismatic Lens. Need to get rid of cards. I probably want to play the Elven Archer. Right, do I care about this damage that comes from this one? 10 cards in hand, down to 9 cards. Down to 8 cards, but this will draw a card and I will go back up to 9 cards again. No, I don't care about his board. Yeah, I do not care about the board. I don't think I care about this hitting phase. And trying to remove some of that armor. That is the only thing I care about at the moment. There's a risk that Prismatic Lens draws Shirvala, because Shirvala and Baleful Banker are the only minions remaining. How did I manage to draw all of my minions? This is just a terrible draw. Because I need the draws from the Crystologies, from the Prismatic Lenses, and I couldn't get them. And that was a disaster. On the other hand, it is unlikely that I would get the Holy Wrath with the Prismatic Lens together with Shirvala. At least that is unlikely. Well, my hand is full, so I need to get rid of cards again. How do I get rid of cards? Can't actually play the Prismatic Lens. Getting rid of these cards is really hard. But I don't want to use a timeout yet. Dealing 1 damage to these is unimportant. So we hammer the face again. Let's pick up another Holy Wrath. That's sweet. But I can't just drop 2 Pyromancers out there. I need to save 1 Pyromancer for later. So I just need to use this to draw a card again. This Crystology will draw nothing, but it's here to possibly prevent an Unseen Saboteur at the moment. Then I'll just drop 1 Pyromancer on the board, just to get rid of it. Both Consecrations, both Shrink Race, the Equality. This is one of the worst draw orders I have ever had with this deck. That's a terrible mistake from him, but I like it. But I would need to find Equality or Shrink Ray. I mean, it's currently 33% for me to pick up one of those. Well, that is neither, but it might be able to pick up one of those for me. So let's give it a try. No. I'm going to have to time out now. 9 cards in hand. 7 cards left in the deck. Equality and both Shrink Rays are there. I need to find one of those. For the first board clear, I have 3 board clears coming up. 5 of these 7 cards are board clear cards, and then I have one of those in hand. Once I get rid of the Ziliax, then I can Alexstrasza. But I need to kill off the Ziliax first. Thank you for the Shrink Ray. So now I can do Pyromancer Shrink Ray. Do I want to time out? 6 cards in the deck. I still have a pair of Prismatic Lenses left. Maybe it's not yet the time to time out. Just Pyromancer Shrink Ray. Pyromancer Shrink Ray. I can roll a hero power here. Okay, we got rid of the Ziliax. 6 cards in the deck. 8 cards in hand. Next turn I will be able to play Prismatic Lens. Potentially in order to draw the Baleful Banker and one of the spells. Alright. So I still have the 65 damage. And he's at 37. No, come on, 5 cards left and they're all spells. So this is now only going to draw 1 card. How is this possible? That means that it will still take me multiple turns to get through all of that. I need to play the Alexstrasza now, right? I think this is an opening where I have enough time to play the Alex. This is Holy Wrath Paladin. And this is the worst draw I have ever had. I couldn't draw with the Crystologies, I drew all of my minions, so I don't even get minions with Prismatic Lenses. That's a disaster in the making. But I should still be able to do this. From this position. I mean, he's at 29 and I have 50 damage. 9 cards in hand. Prismatic Lens time. Drawing a Shrink Ray. That's cool. Don't need to use that yet. 3 cards in the deck. So it will take me a few more turns. I've seen that Ziliax. Eternium Rover can be a problem. Can it? Can he get to 50? I mean, that's 8 armor, but getting to 50 is not trivial. Another Consecration. So let me... Is my second Prismatic Lens my last card too? But this is Shrink Ray into Consecration. Shrink Ray into Consecration. We get rid of that stuff. He has 35. He needs another 15 health. He has used both shield blocks. He has a weapons project and boom left. But it will still take me a while. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't mind the Super Collider. That one would have to give him at least Celiax. That was a scary moment, but he already knew I had no... I didn't necessarily know I had no minions left. So this turn is equally the Consecration, right? I believe so. Next turn I draw the final card. Next time I draw the final card, I shuffle the Shirvala, get the first hit, time out. And this is equally the Consecration. There's no reason for me to hero power. Next turn, Shirvala, Banker, Holy Wrath, time out. Okay. Then we do the Shirvala. And we do the Banker. Stash that Shirvala away. We hold the Wrath face. Goes down to 8. I can actually mill a card. That might be useful. Let's mill a card. Milling a card is fine, but I'll time out. Don't he can't deal damage to me. And next turn we do the same thing again. And unless he's able to heal up a lot now, or he could have an Unseen Saboteur. But I have 2 useless spells, so Unseen Saboteur is 33% for him to win. And if there's no Unseen Saboteur, then there's of course no chance to win. Having some useless spells in the end is good. So maybe that draw wasn't that terrible. We do the same thing again. And shoot him in the face again. Wow. There goes the Control Warrior. I need to find card draw. Is Hammer of Wrath good enough for card draw? I actually think I mulligan everything for Crystology and Prismatic Lens. I think we're in a mirror. I really need those Crystology and Prismatic Lens. And I need Crystology before I draw all of my 1-attack minions. Which are these minions. Which I don't want to draw.
I hope you like my invention.
Need to find... yeah, Crystology, Prismatic Lens, those are really important. I need to find those. I'm going to have to use a Flash of Light to draw as well. I don't like it, but I have to. Isn't Elven Archer a bit too much? No, it's anti-giant tech.
Reporting for duty.
GG, I didn't find enough card draw. Ooh, Prismatic Lens. Ooh. That is true.
Oh, if you're sure.
Aggressive. My hand is full. Well, what do I do about that? I could throw away an equality. I may have to. I would have wanted to use Flash of Light together with the Crystal Smith to heal up outside of 25. But I would really need to draw. I really need to draw. How do I get rid of cards so that I could play the Prismatic Lens? I just can't. I mean, Brewmaster Pyromancer is the only play. Maybe I should have went to the Brewmaster Pyromancer. I was just thinking that maybe I put Brewmaster the Shirvala back to my hand at some point and use that to heal up a little. But maybe that's too slow. Alright, more Jerusalem champions. And now my hand is completely full. I should have just went for it. Yeah, this is terrible now. Do I have to spend one Holy Wrath? I probably do. I need to throw away one of the Pyromancers too. I probably have to spend this. Yeah. This one didn't go well. I mean, I should have just played the Brewmaster Pyromancer. Just get rid of cards in hand at any cost. That was what I needed to do. And I didn't. And now I'm paying the price by not having anything useful to do. I have to play the Pyro Shrink Ray here. What if I play Pyro Prismatic Lens? What if I play Pyro Crystology? That works out. Pyro Crystology actually works. I can also play the Novice Engineer. I can also play the Elven Archer. That one actually worked. Somehow, anyway. He just keeps pushing.
Reporting for duty.
He's going to mill a card. I'm cool with that. He still has all the board clears, of course. But yeah, let's make him mill a card. Trade of those. Hit face. Put him down to 12. Didn't mill anything important. He always has a board clear here too. He just keeps milling cards. Okay, Kangor can heal up a little bit. I haven't found my Kangor. I really wanted to use Shirvala with my Kangor to heal up out of reach. I mean, I could do Shirvala, Brewmaster, Talnos. No, that only gets rid of one card from hand. That's not good enough. It's probably a hit there. I have another Consecration left, yeah I do. I'll go with Consecration. True Silver Champion, Talnos. I can hit him down to 11. He has a Pyromancer left, he has a Shrink Ray left. 6 cards, I have 8 cards. Oh no, he's down to 4 cards already. Does that mean that he can manage? Might mean that.
Reporting for duty.
17 plus 7. Well, there's my Kangor. So I can heal up now. So that I will be out of reach. 6 cards and 3 cards. So Kangor, 9 cards in hand. I can do Prismatic Lens. 6, 8. Yeah. Kangor. Prismatic Lens. Draw some cards. Then I can play the Shirvala.
It's time to test your mettle.
Shirvala can kill that. So that heals me up to 30. I can Brewmaster the Shirvala. 8 cards in hand. I can roll hero power, that's fine. Okay, so I'm at 30. I'm now a little bit out of reach. But he could have Alexstrasza too. So that would always put me within reach. He can have Blessing of Wisdom. That can get 1 turn faster Shirvala combo.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
Okay, he's out of cards, so he can do the combo next turn. But I can heal out of reach of the combo. So how much do I mind? Holy Wrath is 4 or 5. He's at 15, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 4 plus 3 is 16 damage.
To battle.
So I win, right?
Challenge accepted.
By hitting these into the face. Hammer of Wrathing him to the face. Hitting the weapon to the face. And then Holy Wrathing face. That's either 4 or 5. So I might want these cards. Yeah, Tarim. Oh, good old Tarim. That's a zoo. That is a zoo if I ever saw one. Okay. Let's see what we can do.
Why do you call? Get in there and fight, maggot.
Pow.
Reporting for duty.
Right? So there will be plenty of damage incoming. He died with Alpha. He sacrificed the 1-1, of course. Or he might do this. It's a little bit awkward. On the other hand, he doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, so that's an upside. Probably need to coin the True Silver Champion here to kill that. Down to 15, so it's a little bit scary. Let's see what the zoo has here. There is a chance that I will die. I'll go down to 7 already this turn. Might even be worse. Was worse. Pyrocrystology doesn't really do it. It's a chance that I will just die. My hand, I ended up keeping maybe a little bit too slow of a hand after all. Crystology doesn't do anything that useful. I need to hammer the imp. I'll be down to 4 if I kill the Direwolf Alpha here. That's what this looks like. I can be killed with the Soul Fire. Let's see what happens. Definitely a chance for me to die here. That might also prove to be lethal. Yeah. So, drawing the Archer, Talnos, Kangor, none of those cards are useful. I need to draw the timeout
My invention.
with the Novice Engineer. And I didn't. So I did end up dying. I thought my hand was fast enough, but turns out that his hand was extremely fast. So I currently don't have plans to stream more of that. It's a pretty fun game, I have to say. Oh boy, oh boy. 1 attack minion. Well, at least I get 2 from the... At least I can pick up 2 of those from the Kangors too. Don't just need to hammer the Eternium Rover. I hate to do that. But he's going to get so much armor from it. Oh dear. A little bit concerned about the ammo total that he's going to be able to get here. We don't have any board clears at the moment. We'll see. Or how can you say how much you got? I don't think that's something that is discussed. I mean, why would I tell you? You don't see people running around telling other people how much they make money in their business. Double turning rovers, really annoying. Cards in hand. I need to play the lens. No! I lost. That was really unlikely to happen, but... It happened to me twice already in 6 games now. Just didn't happen against Warrior yet. But now I lost. Should I simply concede at this point? Yeah, I should concede. There's no way for me to win with just one Holy Wrath. Let's try something like this. Yeah, the Brewmaster is pretty important in the more aggressive matchups. Secret Hunter, eh? I think I need to hold on to the coin. I might need the coin. Thanks, Leosker. So this is the more aggressive Secret Hunter because it runs Secret Keeper, so I don't expect it to even run. I don't expect it to even have Dire Frenzy in that deck. If there's one secret, I can just coin Hammer of Wrath. No secret. I mean, I could still coin Hammer of Wrath if I wanted to. What if he plays 2 secrets next turn? Then the Hammer of Wrath can no longer kill the Secret Keeper. But then I can coin the Elven Archer. But then that will trigger the Rat Trap.
I hope you like my invention.
He might play Rat Trap at any time. I still think I probably need to just hold on like this. Oh no, it's always Huffer. Hate it when that happens. Now I'm just really tempted to kill these both.
Oh, if you're sure.
Before he plays the Rat Trap, let's just kill everything on the board before the Rat Trap comes. I'm taking some damage. Not Huffer. An acceptable state of affairs. I approve the not Huffer. I'm just going to kill the not Huffer.
I'll give it a shot.
Now that could be a Rat Trap. Oh, or that could be a Rat Trap. But I think I need to heal anyway. 10 cards in hand, my hand is full. I think I need to heal for 8 here. We get to see if there's a snipe. There is a snipe. Awkward. I'm not ready to check the Rat Trap yet. Because there's definitely Rat Traps in that deck. And I just don't have the tools to deal with them right now. Oh, could be a freezing trap. What if it is not a Rat Trap then? What if he just wants me to think that it's not a Rat Trap? So many alternatives. 10 cards in hand, my hand is full. Anything left that I can draw with Crystology? There is Talnos. And I could do like Crystology Novice Engineer timeout. But I still don't have a way to clean up the board for next turn. If it is trap. Other alternatives. My hand is full, so I have to play some stuff.
I hope you like my invention.
I think I'll just do it like this. It wasn't a Rat Trap, so now I know that one too. No rats. Well, now there can be rats again. do Shrink Ray Consecration yet. That's one more turn. There can of course be freezing traps. I can proc if there's a rat trap. I can do Talnos. If I do Talnos Flash of Light timeout, I'm going to mill a card when he kills the Talnos. I can just do Shrink Ray this turn. I don't have to proc the rat trap either. I can do Flash of Light Shrink Ray. This is fine. 9 cards in hand. Not a whole lot of damage on the board. They can still be freezing traps, but I could throw Shirvala into a freezing trap. Shirvala doesn't really mind about a freezing trap now, does it? Shirvala, it gets frozen.
It's time to test your mettle. Too slow.
Shirvala doesn't mind getting frozen. Then I could play Shirvala again, and I could even Brewmaster it. I could Banker and Brewmaster.
It's time to test your mettle. Too slow.
I can just do this. This should be fine. I have Equality Consecration available. I have Equality Pyromancer available. I'm a bit low on healing though. So a random secret. Very well. 8 cards in hand. But that could be another rat trap. Let's draw 2 cards. It's 4 mana Alexstrasza. I like that. 6 cards in the deck. I can just consecrate this board. I still have the Equality Pyromancer for later. I didn't want to trigger the potential rat trap there. I didn't feel like I was ready to do that. Choose champion seems fine. Choose champion, that one down. Did not learn anything about the secret. 5 cards in the deck. I can play Talnos. And I can hero power. And hero powering is fine. Okay. 7 cards in hand, 5 cards in deck. More secrets. Alright, an unleash. Fine with an unleash. Pushing some face damage, I'm fine with that too. I have 1 in 3 to win with the Holy Wrath. I think we'll try that. Do I need to hit? Trigger explosive traps. I have 1 consecration left, so at some point I do need to deal a little bit more damage. Not necessarily, no. That will give him more bow charges. He has Zul'jin left, right? I think he has Zul'jin. I'm not actually sure if I did everything right here. Let's hit him in the face. See if there's an explosive trap. I think there probably is. Alexstrasza on my own face and I Holy Wrath his face. I think this is fine. I'm at 15. 2 cards in the deck. So If I top the Consecration, then I have lethal. So there's Shivala left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.